guys, welcome to another mini-sode of Tiger Dads. I am Tiger Dad. I'm going to make myself Tiger Dad B, Jason Sklar. You're Tiger Dad A.
Tiger Dad A.
Bo Bass.
Tiger Dad A.
He is Tiger Dad A. We are so grateful for you guys for listening and paying attention to the show and sharing it, hopefully, with friends. I love these little mini-sodes because thank you, Epson Tour. You let Bo and Emmy go out and interview people, set them up with a little area to interview these players on the Epson Tour and really give you guys, and by way of them, you all out there, the insights that we love to hear from players who have made it through the junior system all the way up into professional golf. And even if that's not your goal, we get some good lessons from these players.
Great lessons, whether you want your kid to be a pro or not. And what I really like, again, thanks Epson Tour, we interviewed I think the oldest player we interviewed was like 23.
Right.
So they're only a few years removed from the junior ranks. And it was cool. Like Emmy was interviewing them and I'm sitting there watching and I'm like, oh, they're much closer to being peers than we are with them. So we got some really, really great info. Today we've got Megan Schofil, who Emmy and I watched win the U.S. Women's Am at Bel Air Country Club here in L.A. And, it's a few years later now, here we are interviewing her.
Amazing.
Phenomenal player.
Auburn, War Eagle.
Still in Auburn, actually. Her husband, she just got married. She was engaged. She got married right after the interview, right after the tour ended. I think coaches at Auburn as well.
Oh,
so
nice.
She's still there locally, but
Southern SEC schools take their golf seriously, take their sports seriously, no joke. And so this is like a high-level player who has achieved the highest level. And what I love about this conversation that you guys had was that she played other sports.
Talks about being an athlete, played a lot of sports.
Right.
Really started focusing on golf a little bit later. There's always this debate in all sports, not just golf, of like when kids should start specializing. But we heard it a bunch and really heard it from Megan that like be an athlete, like play a bunch of sports, learn how to be an athlete.
I'll never forget. We talked to Jim Harbaugh, name drop. Do I need to pick this up? I dropped his name on the floor. He said that when he was looking at defensive backs, he would really take a harder first look at guys who played outfield in baseball. Because like they know how to track a ball when they're running and turning. So yes, there are other sports, like being an athlete and being involved in competition. It teaches you a lot of things. It teaches you about how to care about competition. It teaches you how to turn something on in your brain when it's time to focus and play. It teaches you about training, about getting in good shape. I know this year, my daughter in her first year of middle school, Noah, did cross country, which for a while we're like, it's taking us away from golf. But it also was cool because it was another sport that she could focus on, really push herself to try to do the best she could. And it was like, you kind of also have an appreciation for how far you are along in golf, maybe when you're trying another sport that you're not as far along at. You kind of like can understand that like, oh, okay, maybe if I can be appreciative of where I am with golf and just keep going there, it helps.
We got to remind ourselves that like, this is such a hard game. The development is a lifetime. The best players in the world are still always working on their games. And so like, let's not expect our kids to be Tiger Woods or, Nelly Korda just yet.
Don't even expect him to be Charlie Woods at this point. At some point you can.
At some point, yeah, Charlie Woods, solid. He's turned into a solid player.
Solid player. All right, well, let's go to the interview and we'll see you guys on the other side.
Tiger Dad's back on location here in Indian Wells at the Epson Tour Championships. We're joined right now by Megan Schofil. Thank you so much for joining us. Megan, just finishing her rookie season on the Epson Tour, storied junior career, winning the Women's Open in 2023 at Bel Air Country Club, one of our favorite courses in the world. Megan, how was this first year on tour?
Honestly, it's been different than junior golf, college golf, amateur golf. I didn't really know what to expect. College golf, you have your team around you. You have coaches taking you from point A to point B. And for me, I was a little nervous about doing all the weeks on the road, traveling by myself. And it's been really fun. I feel like I've reconnected with girls I was good friends with in junior golf or in college golf. So that's been really great, like surrounding myself with a good group of girls. And I've played solid this year, a lot of ups and downs, but just playing so many weeks on the road, being gone all the time, it's it's been a learning experience, but I really have enjoyed it so far.
You know, it's interesting you talk about that because one of the things that's big for me and Emmy is always making sure she's got friends.
Yes.
Knowing that these will hopefully be some of the girls she's playing with for the next decade. And I imagine being out on tour by yourself, like having that network is so important.
It's lonely. And if you don't have a good group of people and people you can go eat dinner with or go do activities with, it's a long, long season. And so for me, I felt like I was really blessed and really lucky to be able to surround myself with people that when we leave the golf course, we can talk about other things. You know, we're not golfers, you know, that's what we do. But at the end of the day, we're people too, you know, and so to be able to disconnect the two of those.
I think that's so important. I mean, we had a whole episode talking about the importance of friends, and like it's so great for people who are watching this and learning from us, and we're learning, you know, like Jason and I are both dads trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
To understand that, like, hey, because, you know, we see kids whose parents don't let them hang out with the other kids, right?
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like, I played this one tournament where it's no caddies. So I'm always like trying to like socialize with like other people. So it makes me like really like uncomfortable when people just don't talk at all. So they like their parents like literally won't let them like talk to other kids. It's
Yeah, and I think sometimes, not saying all parents, but I think sometimes it's hard, you know, a lot of young girls, young boys, they are training to be a professional golfer, you know, and that's the ultimate dream and goal for most 90% of golfers, you know, when they start out. And so I think a lot of times parents can kind of see that as like, oh, well, they need to start training as a professional athlete now. You know, you're only a kid once.
Yeah.
Like this professional golf, doing this this is always going to be here. Like amateur golf, junior golf, college golf, that's not always going to be there. Like it shapes you so much as a person and teaches you so much about yourself, who you want to be around. Like I cannot stress that enough. I think playing junior golf, playing college golf, that's what made me who I am today. If I did not have that, I don't know what kind of person I would be. And I'm so grateful that I got to experience all the things I did.
Just cut and print that and put that on the advice for the parents. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't need this job. We'll just put Megan here. That's such great advice.
Yes.
So let me just go all the way backwards to how old were you when you first started playing?
So I always kind of played. My coach to this day, he used to do a golf camp. I grew up at a 9-hole golf course. So we had a golf, swim, and tennis camp once a summer. So I did that every summer from probably 5 to 12. But I played other sports. I did basketball, cheerleading, softball, golf. But I would kind of play golf when it was in season, you know, and then I would take a year off. Like I started playing seriously 12 to 13. So I started pretty late.
That's interesting. And, you know, that's a good reminder because, again, we're always telling people that, like, just because you didn't start when you were 5 and competing at 6 doesn't mean that if you start later and you're clearly a good athlete and, you know, focused and, you know.
Yeah. For me, I think if I would have started really young, I would have been burned out. But that's just me. You know, I'm someone, I want to get good at something really, really quick. And that doesn't happen in golf. You know,
No.
when you start later, you know, you've already developed hand-eye coordination. I played travel softball, so that was kind of, my parents were really big into sports. So we always had to have like one sport we played year-round. And so when I quit softball, my parents were like, okay, what's your sport going to be? You know, you're not going to just sit around the house. What are you going to do?
Can't just sit around. We talk about that.
Yeah,
You got to do something.
and so I picked up golf, played for my school in 7th grade. That was like my first real year of golf was 7th grade. And then after that started playing some junior tournaments. But I mean, I think I played my first AJGA Open when I was 15. So it's pretty late.
So sort of late bloomer, but clearly it's worked out.
Yes, it has. And I mean, for me, I still played basketball until like, I think my 9th or 10th grade year of high school. And then that's when I really focused on golf all the time.
All right, so let me ask you, obviously, this sounds, a lot of it already makes sense, like good athlete, playing lots of sports, but was there anything, once you started focusing on golf, that your parents or coaches or somebody did that like really like took you to the next level? What was like a really helpful like action or support or thing?
My dad helped me a lot when I was younger, and my coach to this day, I mean, he shaped me into the golfer I am today, and I think the biggest thing was my dad helped me a lot with the mental side of golf. He was a professional athlete, and so he kind of knew what it took, like how much hard work to get to that next level, and he knew I wanted to get to that next level. But my coach never changed my swing just because of what everyone else's swing looked like. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
He
absolutely.
really
Swing your
worked,
swing.
Yes, really worked with what I had.
Well, what you had, which unfortunately I don't have, is Emmy, you do not have a professional athlete as a father, so you don't get the genetics that Megan got. But we can still all muddle our way through.
Yes.
I feel like, well, you played sports too, and I played a lot of sports, like before.
Yeah.
I actually just dropped all of my other sports this year, but I remember in 3rd grade I played golf. I did like jiu-jitsu. I did soccer. I did basketball. I did tennis, and it was really hard.
Any sport that you do, softball was the one that was hard. It teaches you a lot of hand-eye coordination, but the swings are different. But any sport that you play from a young age, anything that teaches you hand-eye is good with golf. I mean, 90% of the time, golfers are saving the shots, just based off like, oh, I know the face is open, now I got to shut it, stuff like that. So it's always really beneficial to be able to have good hand-eye coordination.
Definitely. Megan, this was great. Thank you so much. I already got some amazing bits. We know you just finished your round, so I don't want to take too much of your time, but I know Emmy's got some really fun questions for you.
Perfect.
Okay, we're gonna start with a pretty hard one. What do you love most about golf, and what do you hate most about golf? Because we all have something, like at least one thing.
I would say what I love most about golf is it's a different shot and challenge each time. And it's just you and the golf course. You're not really, if someone's playing really great, you're not going to lose to them on the first hole. And so for me, I think there's 18 holes, there's 5 hours of golf. If you start out bad, you start out good, there's a lot of time. And it's so great to be able to control your emotions on the golf course, and it just teaches you so much as a person. Like I can't express that enough, and every day I feel like I learn something new about myself as a golfer and as a person. What do I hate most? I would say in my current life, I hate all the travel. That is really hard.
I'm like the opposite because it's not my job, So
Yeah.
I feel like I like traveling to different places because it's really fun to see new golf courses and new places. But I feel like if I'm doing it every other day.
Yeah, also I hate playing bad golf. That's probably what I hate the most, and I feel like everyone does, but that's probably literally what I hate the most.
I don't think anyone loves playing bad golf, so
It's got to be tough because your bad golf is better than 99% of the world's good golf, like dream golf. But I always talk about this, is that every level of golf you get to, the shot that everyone else would die for, you're like, yeah, but
Yes.
that's not my target.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing as golfers. The expectation of what we think we should be able to do every single time is just so high. It's really rare for you to achieve what you were trying to do on that certain shot. That's where it gets hard, is giving yourself so much grace on the golf course.
Hard game.
Yes, very hard game.
okay. What's your favorite after tournament meal or your celebration meal?
I really love Chik-Fil A.
That's ours.
Yeah, I would say Chik-Fil A is up there for me. I mean, when I won the USAM, I ate Chik-Fil A for breakfast every single day except on the final day because it was on Sunday. So that kind of threw me a wrench because I was superstitious. But Chik-Fil A and a Coke Zero or Diet Dr. Pepper, I'm sure you don't drink soda, but that's what it does for me.
But we made it a tradition, a really bad one, that every road trip we go on, we have to get Chik-Fil A. So when we went to North Carolina, we got Chik-Fil A. When we went to Georgia, we got Chik-Fil A. Driving here, we got Chik-Fil A last night.
Road trip meal.
It's really bad for us.
It's God's chicken.
But it kind of works.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Yeah.
All right,
I always think of the Victor Hovland thing. After he won, he just went straight to Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle's good too. Chipotle's good. It's not good eating in the car though.
It's hard to eat.
No.
Yeah, it's too messy.
Yeah. Okay. I asked this one to everyone, but what is the most embarrassing moment on the golf course that you can think about off the top of your head?
Most embarrassing moment. One time a couple years ago, I was trying to hit a shot out of a bunker, and it was really awkward, like where my feet were standing and where the ball was. And when I was getting into the shot, I was like, man, there's like a 99% chance I'm going to fall after I hit this ball. And get in, I'm like trying to get my feet all set and right, and walk in, hit the shot, and I mean immediately straight into the bunker. And covered in sand, everything's sandy, and it was hot. And I was just like, well, at least I got it onto the green. It's okay.
I was going to ask, was the shot good?
It was fine. From the previous shot, it was not going to be a world-class shot, but no, it was fine. But that one was pretty, just because everything was so sandy.
You got to dust yourself off.
Yeah,
I hate
exactly.
it when that happens. What I hate is it mid-round and you're like really like sweaty, you know, and then you hit it out of the bunker and it gets on your
Yes,
face, and then you
I
have to
agree.
like wipe it off, and then
I do not like that either.
Well, Emmy, thank you. Megan, thank you for joining us for a few minutes. This was great. Really appreciate you taking the time. Gave some great advice to us, to me and the other Tiger dads. Good luck.
I feel like she like summed up all of our interviews like in one.
I know, it was
right?
really
like,
good.
That was
We're gonna have you
good.
come and join in full-time studio host.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Good luck. And where can people follow you and your career online?
I'm not super active on anything, but I have an Instagram. It's Megan_Schofil.
All
But
right.
that's it.
Megan
and then
_Schofil.
Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
Facebook. Some people are still there.
Yeah, I love Facebook.
Megan,
Wait,
thank you
is
so
it
much.
like Meta or like X?
Emmy
or,
doesn't
like-
even know what Facebook is.
Well,
That's
I know what Facebook is. I'm just confused.
I
on,
think
like, what
Twitter's
it
now
is
X.
now.
I don't have. I think I have a
Twitter's
Twitter
X?
that I created for a class, but like,
no longer used.
Wait, but then
I
people
don't know what the
still
password is.
tweet that.
yeah, I still call it Twitter. It's
I
X,
still
but I call it
too.
Twitter.
Anyway, Megan, thank you.
Yes,
Good luck.
thank
We
y'all
look forward
so
to following your
much.
career. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, that was awesome. I love these. Thank you for paying attention to this podcast, listening to it, watching it on YouTube, however you consume it. Share it with friends. Please do that. Like and subscribe. We want to thank the Epson Tour for giving us the access. We want to thank, look at this Vessel bag. I mean, come on. Right out here in front of us, this gorgeous bag. Vessel. We already were using Vessel bags, and now they're on board and sending us.
Rolls Royce of golf bags.
They're sending us gear that on our YouTube page, there's going to be reviews of youth gear and bags like the Vessel bags. So check out our YouTube
Yeah,
page.
we just recorded. They'll be out probably right before the holidays.
Great.
Emmy gives an unbelievable review of the junior bag.
Great.
Transitioning as she's getting a little bit bigger, needs more clubs, into the Player Air bag, which is like the super light bag. And then we'll talk about this Player 5 Pro, which is just like,
Which I'm now using.
It's
and
like too nice.
I feel it's way nicer than my game. So if you want to level up as you're walking to the course, throw this baby on.
yeah, no, I almost feel like this bag's too nice for you.
It is way too nice to me. Here's the thing. I know you guys are joking with this. I'm always the guy who's like, I figured something out about my game. I've never figured anything out about my game, but I am going to continue to say I figured something out about my game. Here's what
We
I
did
figured out
figure
about
out-
my game. I got the good bag now.
Yeah,
I figured this out.
Figured out the best bags in the game. So thank you, Vessel.
And hey, check us out in January. We're going to have interview D1 coaches and other champions, maybe some comedians. New full episodes coming out then. Until then, we'll keep throwing these mini-sodes at you through the holidays. And hey, the gear is a good, check out the reviews because it is the holidays. You can get something cool for your kids or for yourself. Golf is like the greatest like holiday gift ever, to give somebody a golf anything.
I'm actually so excited for the holidays and into next year because we have so much fun. I think really cool content coming up.
Yep.
Both in the episode, I think we're going to be like interviewing some like club specialists about like doing a full fitting. We're going to do some more location shooting.
It's going to be awesome.
We got a lot of great stuff coming. So like, subscribe, keep watching.
Keep watching. Thank you.
Straight down the middle. It went straight down the middle.